Alright, so welcome to the first video in my new series that is where I buy broken items off eBay and try to fix them without purchasing any additional parts. And the rules for this series as follows. Firstly, these items will all be priced under $10 or in special cases above 10, but that'll be really special cases only. I might even go for $5 ones depending on the situation, such as this. I will also look for physical damage. Now, if the item is physically damaged, like a phone screen or something cracked, obviously I'll have to replace that. So I'm not going to be spending extra money, as I said, on the parts. So a physically damaged device is a no-go. I might spend on batteries though. I might spend on batteries in case if it's just a battery replacement that's necessary. I will spend on batteries. But all the items I'll be looking for physical damage. Also, the seller will have to have a proper description of what it is. For cheap items, if the description is not that clear, that's okay. I'm sticking to the price so that if I can't fix it, I don't suffer a big loss in money. And yeah, that's it for the rules for this series. And we'll be starting off with these two, which are two iPod shuffles that I bought from eBay for $5. So these two were both $5, listed as untested. And now I'll start trying to fix these two, and at the end of the video I'll show you the result. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. If this series becomes popular, I'll continue it, and I'll have a separate album for this. And you could recommend or send me links on stuff maybe that I want to purchase and try to fix. But yeah, your feedback will be really valued. So please leave me some feedback in the comments section. And now let's jump into this video. Okay, so these two iPod shuffles, they both were $5, and the seller had given the description as untested slash parts not working. I bought them because number one, $5 for two second generation iPod shuffles is a great deal. But they also look in perfect condition, as you can see here. Apart from minor dents and scratches, they look in perfect condition. They aren't scratched much. All the buttons feel good and they're in perfect condition. Even in the photos on the listing, which I'll show you in a minute, they look in really good condition. So this is the original listing, as you can see here, and that's the seller's description. I paid $5 plus free shipping. And now let's start trying to fix these. First we'll start with the orange one. Let's go. So surprisingly, what I didn't expect at all was that they both work, though obviously they were listed as untested, so that was a chance that they'd work and won't work, but they just work right off the bat. This one just turns on like that. I haven't used my headphones on them or anything, but that turns on, and that's a great sign. This one, I mean, this one turned on right out of the, like, just after I took it out of the packaging, like, after I showed you in the initial part of the video. I just turned it on, flipped the switch, and it worked right out of the box. But yeah, so that's a great sign. This one it didn't turn on instantly, so I had to put it to charge for a while. But now it does turn on, as you can see. So I guess the case for these two were just dead batteries, because obviously the seller had listed it as untested. So dead batteries, that's the only issue, I guess. But we can never be too sure with these. Now let's try play some music through them and see if they have anything in store. Okay, so I've tested these off camera, and due to copyright reasons, I can't play music out loud. Because someday if I'm gonna monetize this video, it'll get demonetized. But they do both play music out of both earbuds, and all the controls and everything seem fine. So I guess this is a big win for me, because a second generation iPod Shuffle as these two, um, just one of them would cost around $20 to $15, depending on the condition, and these are in immaculate condition, so maybe $30, just the device itself on eBay. So two working ones for $5 in perfect condition, I don't know, $60 to $70, and I just paid five for both. So I'm guessing this is a great deal, a great purchase. But there's something else that we have to test. Now, the music in here is not mine, obviously. It's the people who've used it before. So I'm gonna now plug it in to my laptop and try to restore them using this cable. This is a knockoff cable. It's not original, but it'll work because these came without the cables. Now let's plug it into my MacBook and see if they reset or sync and charge. All right, so I've plugged in the first iPod, that is the orange one, and what I can say is it checks out just perfect. I was able to restore it and erase all the previous user's music and put some of my own, as you can see here. So I put some of my own music and just named it iPod Shuffle Orange because whatever. And yeah, so it checks out perfectly. It plays music, it charges, it syncs with iTunes, it restores, and it's good to go. And the memory as well, 967 MB. Everything checks out fine for this iPod. Now let's jump to the blue one. Alright, so I've been trying for the past half an hour to get this thing to sync up to iTunes, but I just can't do it for some reason. The blue one does not want to show up on iTunes. Even if I try turning it on or turning it off, it just wouldn't connect. Now, the orange one did connect to iTunes turned on and turned off. But this one, what it does is, if you can see here, it just flashes once and turns off. Let me do that again. No, it doesn't do that. It does that occasionally. The light just flashes once and turns off. There we are. They did it again. Let's take it off. Oh, the iPod itself is off. And there, just one flash. So even turning it on does not help. It does not want to be detected by iTunes. So I'm guessing this cable may be the issue. Sometimes it may work for the orange one and not for this one. So I may have to find a different cable. I don't have iPod shuffle cables just lying around. I can't remember where my stash was. But I did have a couple of cables for the iPod shuffle, which just turned on after I unplugged it. I did have a few iPod shuffle cables lying around, so I should go find them. But for now, what I'm guessing is either there's something wrong with the software, but I have no way of restoring the software because I don't have iTunes connected. I'm going to try a different program to see if it connects, but what I'm pretty sure is it's a software related thing, and it's something that I can't fix as of now because I do not have the cable on hand. Apple original cables are pretty expensive now because they're hard to find. They're not produced anymore. And some of the original iPod Shuffle cables and the newer ones, they aren't cross compatible. The newer iPod Shuffle cables won't work on the older ones, blah 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 blah. This one, for example, was listed as only works with second generation iPod Shuffles. So that is that. But we do have two working iPods, one with a slight complication, which I will eventually fix. But even still, this one alone working perfectly was in this condition is around worth around 20 to $15 to $20. So that's a win on its own. So sorry for the bad lighting as well. It's in the evening. I don't have the proper equipment, but yeah. So that's it for this video. I managed to fix one and one partially. Well, I didn't even technically fix them. They were working off the bat. This is a really good deal in my eyes, just $5 for both of them. And this is probably a really quick fix that I just need a different cable for. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Also, please leave feedback on what I may want to include in this video, what you want to see, any suggestions. Maybe you can send me some eBay links to something that you want me to purchase. Remember, it's all below $10, but I may go above 10 in case in a special case, but it's all it's all below $10. And yeah, so please give me feedback, thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.